Hey guys, so I've got a quick addendum to my previous video with the slot-free multi-item sorters. So I came out with a little bit more of a compact version here, and aside from that, I've got a little fix that I added. So this is a smaller version than the one that I had before. That one's pretty large. That was what, 5 droppers tall? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. And this is only 3 droppers tall, so it's a little bit cheaper. And I think this is 2 hoppers cheaper. But I realized I was working on building something over here, and I realized that depending on where you're at, you can, I'm guessing if it's on a chunk border, this little dropper sorter part up here can break. So you'll hear it clicking, and you see that it pulled all the cobblestone out, right? And the reason why is because it's pulling the cobblestone down before the dropper can fire it into the chest. So I came up with this little addition here that you can add to it, and this will keep that hopper locked. You know, oh, not that many. It'll keep that hopper locked in case, yeah. So your items can pass by, but in case you do put something through that it's not supposed to be sorted, then that'll still, that'll still be able to go through. Yeah. So I can, I'll give a little tutorial on this, and because this is also based, the bottom part here is based off of a dropper sorter, so I completely removed the whole item splitter thing down here at the bottom. But because the bottom is also based off of a dropper sorter piece now, if need be, this part here can be added to lock the hopper down here before it can pull any items down. So aside from that, before I give a little tutorial on that, aside from that, this I also found that this little item splitter here that had the 2 repeaters, that was letting items by. And I don't know why these things, don't happen until, a couple days after or whatever, whenever you're done playing with it. But yeah, see, so it let an item through that's not supposed to be in that sorter. So if you remove the repeater and just put a dust there, then that makes it a little quicker, and the items should not be able to go down here if they're not, being sorted into that. And yeah, okay. So just remove the repeater and put a dust there if you were going to build that version. And we can go ahead and do a quick tutorial on these. So even with the addition of that torch here to make sure that hopper stays locked, it's still only 3 wide. And I have 2 little versions here. I have one with the observers, but I mean, honestly, you're gonna get an item stuck here. That's just the way it is, And aside from that, because we have the torches here now locking the hopper, there's also gonna be an item stuck in there too. It's just the way it is. Which we can show that by just putting some junk through. So they're going to be passing through, and yeah. So one item's always going to be stuck there. Oops. One item is always going to be stuck there. And of course, with the little dropper here, one item is going to be stuck there. So, I mean, items getting stuck all over the place, but, you know, if you do something like this, like put a lot of your stone and stuff in it, I mean, you know, it is pretty good for sorting that out. So we can go ahead and give it a little tutorial on how to make that. So you're going to need your filter, your locking hopper, and your input. Repeater at 2 ticks. And like I said before, the only reason we're putting all these hoppers on here in the front is just to make sure the input is metered down to half hopper speed. Alright, gonna build a little torch tower there. And we need to come off with the glass. And I just build out blocks until it's enough. That needs to be a glass. So dust, torch, and we're going to be putting a glass right there. And you don't need those blocks or that block. So we're going to be coming out with a hopper there. Come on. Hopper there. And go ahead and make our little dropper tower. So we're only using 3 droppers there. And we can go ahead and put our dropper there. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put the blocks here. And this is going to be our output. Okay. So you're going to want a repeater there at 1 tick. You need a block here, comparator, block. Okay. And what we're going to be doing with this is actually putting a repeater here at 3 ticks. And the purpose of that is to fire the dropper at the right timing. Right. And honestly, I mean, it's just so easy to put a torch instead of doing the whole little observer tower thing. And I'll go ahead and put in the hopper for the overflow. Or, you know, the output going to another sorter or wherever. Dust, block. Not right there. And a repeater there. Right, and of course your filter material, you don't want it to be something that you're ever going to use in the game. You know, either that or you can rename an item and put it in there. And of course, the chest here is going to have to be full of, you know, pretty much anything, whatever you put in here. I've got a lot of different papers. I've been working on a lot of different projects. And I'll just grab some cobble. Let's see. Just put 5 in there to get started. And everything should be ready. Output is clear, so we can go ahead and test it out. Putting some various junk in here. I put quite a few torches. Alright, looks like it works. So that's about it. It's pretty small compared to the previous model. Mainly because of this right here. Instead of using an item splitter, you know, we're just firing the dropper and then resetting it, because normally with the items coming in at hopper speed, that would the comparator would just stay on. So we're using 3-tick here on the repeater, which will make it fire at half hopper speed. So essentially sending half the items up and half the items coming down into the chest. Okay. So that is pretty much it. Alright, take care.